If you're in HR or recruitment, you might have noticed that over the past few months and weeks in particular, the number of applications that you're receiving to your jobs has gone down, and for the ones that you do receive, they aren't the best quality. I've spoken to a number of HR managers and recruitment professionals recently who've said exactly the same thing, whether they've been advertising directly, sourcing on online job boards or reviewing agency shortlists, that the number and quality of CVs has left them feeling distinctly underwhelmed. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about why this is happening and what you can do about it. So first up, let's talk about why applications are dropping, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Greater competition, i.e. more employers that are actively looking to recruit, and lower candidate availability, both from those actively looking for work and those tempted to make a move to switch jobs. And there's a lot of stats in the news about this, about why that's happening, that can be pretty confusing. So I wanted to drill down into why that is on both counts. So job advertisements are still incredibly high. According to the REC Jobs Tracker report, there's around 24% more vacancies advertised now than there was pre-pandemic, although this has been going down over the course of the last 15 months. The upshot is that the jobs market is still quite chaotic, with some sectors absolutely booming, and that's creating a ton of competition for talent. On the other hand, there's fewer people looking for work. Whilst we've got historically low levels of unemployment at 4.3%, that's around 1.5 million people, there's a further 9.3 million people who aren't currently working and are classed as economically inactive. That means they're not actually looking for work. On top of that, economic stability and the time of year means that there's more people thinking twice about leaving stable employment. Fewer people looking for work and more jobs around for them to pick from creates a really tight talent pool, and the impact of that is fewer people applying for your jobs. In fact, according to the Q3 Recruitment Trends report by Wave, you're now likely to receive around 23 applications for every advertised vacancy. But it's not just about the numbers. 24 applications might seem a good number to be able to shortlist from, but candidate quality has dipped too, and you might find yourself reviewing CVs for a job that you've already recruited within the past 12 months and seeing a massive difference in the amount of experience, qualifications and skills that candidates have to offer now. So why is this? Well, skills shortages are no new thing. We all know that there's a growing gap between the skills that employers want and the ones that candidates have to offer. Technology has been evolving rapidly and upskilling just hasn't kept pace. On top of that, as I mentioned earlier, great candidates aren't looking to jump ship in the market at the moment. And for those top talent CVs that do decide to have a look around, they've got a lot of different opportunities with employers with a really strong brand in the market, and wage inflation is really high at the moment, and that can mean that the rest of us are left scrambling. So you may find yourself feeling like you're choosing from a less than perfect CV selection, like you're choosing from second choice or at worst scraping the bottom of the barrel. Job tenures might seem a little bit patchy, the amount of experience that people can offer may seem a little bit superficial, and also their expectations of what they want for an employer, both in terms of salary and maybe flexible working, whether it's the training that you offer or the career prospects that you can help them develop into. It may feel that their expectations for that are unrealistically high, like they want more from you than they're able to offer in return. But don't worry, it may sound a little bit doom and gloom, but there are things that you can do if you need to recruit right now. So I'm just going to run you through a couple of top tips. Number one, start with your job postings. Are they clear? Are they exciting? Do they stand out? Do they highlight things like remote work or growth opportunities? Do they do a good job of selling what you have to offer? Number two, simplify the process. Long application processes put candidates off. On average, if an application takes more than 15 minutes for a candidate to complete, they're likely to abandon the whole process. So keep it short and make sure it's relevant to the job that you're hiring for. Number three, boost your employer brand. Candidates want to work for a really good employer these days, so make sure that you use social media to share your success stories and highlight exactly why you're different. Number 4, expand where you're looking. Think about who your target audience and candidate pool is and where they're likely to be looking online. Tap into different sources by connecting with local colleges and universities, advertise in local Facebook groups for work finding services, connect with local community groups, and really have a think about how you're putting your brand out there. Number 5, consider whether you can take the time to actually upskill candidates. If those hard skills, qualifications, and technologies aren't readily available, but you do have a pool of candidates who've got some great soft skills and a really good culture fit, think about whether you might be better spending that time avoiding a lengthy recruitment process focusing on perfect, and instead upskilling some of those applicants that have the potential to develop within your company longer term. Finally, I wanted to say it's okay to be picky. If the quality of candidates that you need isn't available at the moment, it's okay to say so. Sometimes we can be a little bit more flexible in our requirements. We can review the salary or review the job design and think a little bit differently about the minimum amount of experience or desirable characteristics that we need. If that is the case, make sure that you create a scoring matrix when you're reviewing CVs so that you're assessing them against that criteria and not compromising too much. But sometimes we can't do that and we need to be a little bit more fixed. Maybe we don't have time to invest in training and we need candidates who can hit the ground running, who's got the exact type of sector expertise or product knowledge that we need for our business. And that's okay too. You might need to delay the recruitment process until the candidate market picks up a little bit. You might need to revisit your long-term hiring plans, think about your approach to building talent pipelines, consider your internal workforce and whether somebody can be trained from within, or think a little bit innovatively about how you're going to attract talent longer term. So yes, it's a challenging time for hiring, but it's also an opportunity to rethink about how we build those talent pipelines. Focus on planning ahead when it comes to our hiring needs, simplifying our recruitment processes, and creating a workplace that people really want to join. I hope you find this useful. If so, please do share with your colleagues and within your network, and head over to our website for more information on developing your recruitment strategies and solving common hiring problems. Thank you.